Sanibonani bafethu. Nikreni kodwa. Igama lami nguSicelo Dlamini and you're watching Ringa Diski with yours truly, uSicelo Dlamini bafethu. Welcome to, I guess let's call it a new season of Ringa Diski with uSicelo Dlamini because bafethu kudala nje sisifihlile. It's been a while. We've been trying to get this show moving. We've been trying to get a lot of content so that when we have discussions, we can have, better informed discussions. We can have better entertaining discussions. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I'm back, Bafetu, and to everyone who's been pushing me with, hey, bro, when you coming back? When is the next episode? And all of those things, I say, I'm back, Bafetu. To everyone who's seeing me for the first time, please be a regular. Please click subscribe. Please click the bell so that you can get some alerts for our new videos. Having said that, Bafetu, let's get into it. Let's get into the discussion. We won't start anywhere else except the fact that it was the kickoff of the 2019-2020 season. The PSL season kicked off this past weekend, and yeah, man, it was entertaining at some games, and I guess those we didn't get to watch were not as entertaining, but other than that, the season did kick off, and yeah, let's just have a quick discussion about that. And there's a news in ngiyazifiltera nje somewhere in the discussions, and yeah, we get to ngithola siphume endleleni. Yeah, bafethu, so the PSL season kicked off this past weekend, and from what I saw, it looks like it's going to be a good season. But yeah, ngeke wazi nge-PSL bafethu, uyangithola, sometimes it starts on a high and ends on a low. Sometimes it starts somewhere in the middle and just ends somewhere in the middle either way. Uyangithola, but yeah, let's talk about some of the games that we got to watch. Uyangithola, so I got to watch the Sundowns SuperSport game. Not an exciting game per se, but great goals scored. I think the Vilakazi goal for me is one of the goals for the weekend, and I think Zwane goal as well. Zwane is just talking about Zwane is one of those players to look out for this season. If he remains injury free, he keeps his form, he looks to be a disciplined player. So if he just keeps where he's going, I think, yeah, he's going to be one of those players to look out for this coming season, like he was last season. And so yeah, we're looking forward to seeing him. But coming back to that game, I think firstly SuperSport, I think SuperSport has a I don't know, man, they started very slow. I think they were not as up to the standards of the start of the season as they should have been. I think Sundowns was there, they played, they wanted to score, they looked like they were the on-form team, and I guess the confidence is high being the defending champion. So yeah, it shows how they played, shows how they control the game. They never looked tired. That was one thing I need to commend Bito and his technical staff, the doctors there, the physios, and everyone who just looks after the players, and the players themselves for looking after themselves, because they look very fit. They look like they've been playing. It's been a season for them, considering Guti Vele, they've been playing. Some of them, Babuyagu, Africa Nations Cup, they did not have an off season because of the Champions League, and yeah, it's been a long season for Amaplay Sundowns, and it shows. And so for some of the players, SuperSports, I think they brought in some new players. I think it will take time maybe for them to gel. But the cracks of that team and the huge percentage of that team has been playing together. So they should have they should have had a better start to the season or a better start to that game. But they look like they were just chasing their shadows all the way around. But yeah, man, I guess when you're playing the defending champions, they're on a high. Your confidence always is on another level. So yeah, they'll make you chase your own shadow. And yeah, but the game was not as entertaining, but I think the goals just made it very nice. And to start the season with the 2 goals, that was great, man. That was great to see, and we're looking forward to more goals from Sundowns, more goals from SuperSport whenever they open their scoring account this season. Then I got to watch Pirates and the Bloemfontein Celtic. Wow, man, Pirates is what's the saying? The house on fire. Yeah, they started very well, man. I think Pirates started very well. Again, they also just started from where they left off. I think if they maybe played another 2-3 games last season, they could have gone on to win the league. You know, I think they know themselves, Guti, some other games where they should have won the games or they just let themselves down last season. And just looking at since Umicho came in, just looking at since Rulana came in, I think, and what people are saying about those two guys or those two coaches, and since Davids also came in, I think Pirates is one of those players, one of those teams, sorry, that is always looking to improve. They're always looking to be better than the last game, be better than, in fact, being better than the last half they played. And I think if they continue on that road, if they continue on that path, they may show us, you know, or they may give us a good season. I'm not going to predict who's going to win the league now. Just look out for that in the next coming episodes. We'll predict that probably at game 10. I think by game 10 you should know, or you should be seeing which team is consistent enough to be chasing the league. But for now, as you're not going to predict. I'm not very good in predictions so early in the season. But man, I was also sad to see the Litlabika getting injured. I think Litlabika is one of those players, man. He's had a horrible 2 years, man. He's been just getting injured, and those injuries are long-term injuries, and they're keeping him off the game. And he's a huge player for Celtics, man. And yeah, man, I wish him all the best. I wish him speedy recovery. But also seeing Pirates playing those new players, getting those new players to gel in the team, but also keeping the core of the team, you know what I mean? And watching Abu Ben Mswari controlling that midfield. Upule looks to be picking up where he left off. You know, they did not have Vuloch this past game, but they look like they didn't miss him. You know, Abu Memela were showing what they can do. Abu Shonga and Mulenga, they were showing what they can do. And yeah, man, when Kapadia also came in, Mohang also scored on his debut for the Pirates. So it was a good game, man. And shout out to the fans of the Pirates who went out to the game, to watch the game. And a quick story, when I was going to buy my ticket for the Chiefs Highlands Park game, during the week, I was at one of the ticket outlets, and I saw this young boy and his friends. There was like 3 of them coming to the outlet to buy tickets, man. And Intlizami was filled with joy, man. I was very happy to see young, because those boys look like 11, 12, and I was excited to Bona Bafana Bangane who want to go to the stadium and experience Ibola at the stadium. And yeah, man, I think if the Ibola Lamanje is attracting those young boys, yeah, man, I think the fans are coming back. You know, it's now up to the players to showcase what they can do. And I don't think those 3 boys are regretting buying a ticket to Bugela Pirates, because it was a good game, man. And to Celtics, stop selling your good players, man. I think, I don't know. I know Guti financially the Celtic was struggling or is struggling, but they keep on selling their best players, man. And it's gonna take a miracle for them to compete this season. But they look hungry. The players look like they wanna play. For the first time in forever now, I think it's first time in forever they don't have their regular goalkeeper. They have a youngster now as a goalkeeper. So yeah, man, big ups to Celtics and hard luck to them. Big ups to Pirates, and yeah, their first win of the season. It's good to see them scoring 3 goals and yeah, going on to win the game, man. And then there's the Vets game. You know, if Vets is one of those teams, man, it creeps up on you. You know, when you're not looking or when you're not paying attention to Vets, they'll beat a couple of teams, and the next thing you know, Vets is a title contender, and they up there, and they want to win, and they look like they're chasing the league and all of that. Because even with the game Yamazulu, I thought they were just gonna start, in a moderate way as Kevin Hunt is, and they will start with making sure they don't concede, and then they build from there, maybe in the next game and all of that. But they went on guns blazing, man. Ubabona bashaya 3 goals, ubabona playing with duty. When last did you see Usamir Duty playing in the PSL, man? But he comes in, he has an assist, he plays like he's been playing, and you know, he plays like he never left the PSL. And I must say also I'm happy to see Macheke. Macheke is next Chiefs player, and then he went to Chipa and now he's back playing for Events. I think that boy has a huge potential, he's a huge talent, and to see him playing and fitting very well in the backline Events, because the backline Events is akudlalwa lapha. You don't just jump in and get his starting lineup, but he played very well. He did very, very well. And yeah, man, hard luck to Amazulu for losing their first game. And the reason why I say hard luck is that they played, man. They were home and they showed Guti they wanna play. And Amazulu is one of those teams also. Amazulu, you don't go there and think it's gonna be an easy win. You know, Kevin Johnson has a good structure down there and he's doing good things. But man, they started. It's like if it was a 100-meter dash, they started like 5 meters before the starting line, and yeah, babonagele na ukuthi it'll take a lot of improving and a lot of heart from our player Amazulu to have a good season. But yeah, wish them luck, wish them all the best. And to Evades, I'm watching you, Kevin. I think you're gonna be in somewhere in my predictions. As I said, we're only going to be predicting in like game 10. Yeah, we're not going to take chances. Then came to Sunday, guys. Wow. What a Sunday I had. So on Sunday, I decided that I'm going to go to Makgolong Stadium, and never been to Makgolong Stadium, never been to Itembisa during the day, never experienced Itembisa as a cars. You know, I know it's wow, Itembisa, but yeah, man, I never been to Itembisa as a car. So I decided, you know what, let me go to Itembisa. I had my ticket and I went to Itembisa to go enjoy the game. First things, guys, I don't think there's enough security, if I may put it that way, or there's enough. It's like the PSL doesn't care about their fans, man. It's like the clubs don't give a damn about safety of my fans. And I'll tell you why I'm saying that, and I'll show you a small Anyana video quickly. But the reason why I'm saying that is because you can't have 10 styles and have people pushing to go through 10 styles. That is dangerous, guys. Guys, if you know me, right, and if you've heard my stories about Ebola, you know I was at the Ellis Park Stadium, right? I've seen stuff happening, right? And pushing someone towards a structure that is just standing there and insane, and how you expect that person to maneuver and move around. And what got me more worried is that you have security, which is the police and the stewards, inside the stadium, and the people are pushing from outside the stadium. So they inside the stadium are safe, but the people trying to get into the stadium are not safe. But luckily, I did not see any incident. No one got hurt. I think I did not see anyone getting hurt. I got into the stadium fine, but the couple of minutes it took, the 5 minutes, 10 minutes it took for me to move and squeeze myself and get pushed from behind, and me being pushed from behind, me pushing so that I can get air is not safe, guys. It really isn't safe. And I hope the PSL does something, man. And I hope the securities gets better training, man. I don't think they do get better training, but again, that's a topic for another day. Yeah, so I got to go into the stadium. I got to watch the game. Exciting game. Very, very exciting game. Very open play and 5-goal thriller, you know, but very few things I would like to highlight. Whatever DAGAMA is doing at Highlands Park is working. His players play for him. His players they always running. Those boys ran, baba. They don't play. Those boys they ran, baba. Like they were just, you know. And him having which was there as well from Golden Arrows on his wing, and I think he plays that boy also is just, yeah, he gave Coutinho a tough time. Mbata looks very young. He looks like he started playing PSL like last season, and Bata has been around for quite some time. But his Pitake Sam Sevenzela, his experience is working for him, and how Rodney Makalela. Rodney is Ramakalela is an exciting player, man. I think he's unfortunate never to be called up for a national team, but he's one of those guys. If he's in the box, you give him the ball, he's gonna do one of two things. He's gonna score or he's gonna make the goalkeeper work. And he scored. And on his debut for Highlands Park, after not being playing for quite some time, because he last played in Jan, in Polokwane City, because that was his issues there. But he last played in Jan, but he comes back, his first game of the season, and he's scoring. So yeah, man, big up to Rodney Ramakalela. Looking forward to seeing him score more goals. Again, he's one of the players that I trust. I think he's gonna do well also this season. He's your 7 goals, 10 goals type of player. I think, for me this season is gonna probably get 12 or 13. But don't quote me on that. Don't quote me. One quote you on that. Coming to Chiefs, it was interesting seeing Guti. They played almost all of their signings in the game. They played, is it Bukas or Bukas? I'm not saying that correctly. And they played my friend, hashtag to Uma Pensela for the nickname. And man, they also played, who's that young boy? Ukoloba from Zambia. He looks very interesting. I think the striking force of Chiefs is looking very interesting. If they keep them hungry enough, if they keep them wanting to score enough and create the competition, I think if you can get those strikers mostly in a competition of, wanting to play, wanting to score, wanting to keep themselves in the first 11, I think you're gonna get more goals from them. And salute to Manyama. At some point when Chiefs go to Manyama, I remember last season, I was thinking to myself, no, man. He's not the player he was at HX. He's not the player he was when he played for Cape Town City, But what I saw on Sunday, especially in the second half, when Zuma came in, when Manyama was bossing the midfield and he was making the play, he was a playmaker, and he reminded me of the days when I was playing for HX, where him, billiards, and, he just ran rings around Highlands Park and he created goals. And he scored goals. He scored a praise for himself this past weekend. And pick up to the Tower, man. Tower is back as well. Tower looks to be hungry to play. He looks to be fit enough. I think a fit Tower is good for the Chiefs, is good for the national team, because, MATOHO is and always will be a national team player, if he's fit and he has the formula and has his confidence, So those are the games that I got to play. So I got to watch. I wish I could have played. Enjoyed myself in Makulong. Big ups to the people I stood with, because we stood the whole time watching the game. Big up to the 2 ladies, man. So I think it was 2-2, and we asked Magui 2-2, and Highlands Park is coming, and the Chiefs is looking frail, but they're also coming. And the game was very tight, man. And I remember Labosis Laba, they had Pagania outfits, they had proper Pagania outfits. And you could see they're Pirates fans. You can't doubt that. And they were like, relax, a course. And we got into a back and forth. I enjoyed myself, man. Makulung, big up. You hosted your man. You hosted your boy. And my feeling is enjoying the Makulung Stadium. I never got to see Arrows play, but I saw the goalie Arrows, which was a brilliant goal. And I got to listen to Steve speaking, Compella, man, you're the best in Nyanga Yapola. And he said something very interesting. He said most of the players he gives a chance to play their first game for the senior team. They go on to score, and he showed with Umeiwa, he showed with, Ungezane, his debut, he goes on to score. So Nyanga Yapola, Steve Compella. But other than that, guys, I enjoyed myself, and it was a good start to the season. 20-goal weekend. Man, not much to speak of, not much to complain about. But it's a PSL. about disappoint, sizo complain somewhere along the line. Maybe game 6, you know, sizo complain. But other than that, I had a good weekend, bafethu, good great start to the weekend. And yeah, Ringa Diski is back. Look out for our videos here to dropping. We are now on a weekly basis. So yeah, see this face. Don't get tired of this face, bafethu. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, bafethu, subscribe. There's that button somewhere below my face. It's written subscribe. There's another one, but there's another button la payana. Isabu bell. So please click that bell so you can get your alerts for nkama video ngwa hostayo or sorry ngwa postayo. So yeah, it's been your boy Sicelo Dlamini with Ringa Diski, with yourself or yours truly, Sicelo Dlamini. Salute.